Chapter 14, Everyone fears for themselves. Damn it, since there's no surveillance, let's just go all out and break in. We can't let ourselves starve. You're right. Even if they investigate later, we're just trying to survive. We can always pay some money if needed. With that, several people smashed the glass door of the supermarket with a loud crash and pulled down the sunscreen curtain. To their surprise, most of the shelves in the supermarket were empty. Due to the massive panic buying from the night before, the residents had practically emptied the supermarket. Furthermore, the ongoing high temperatures had prevented restocking. This was another reason why the supermarket remained closed: the lack of products to sell. Seeing this situation, the group cursed and quickly entered the supermarket to search for supplies. Some resourceful ones gave up on this location altogether and headed to several nearby private convenience stores. This time, they didn't hesitate. They smashed the glass doors of the smaller stores and frantically filled their bags with food. Once one person took the lead, it was like a flood that couldn't be stopped. Others joined in, breaking and looting stores, and the situation escalated into looting and violence, even extending to robbery and murder on the streets. As the group that had gone to the supermarket emerged, they saw the chaotic scene outside. The entire area was in shambles. They hurriedly returned to the underground parking lot to report the situation to others. Something's not right, something's not right. There's a riot outside, and they've started killing people. What? How can they dare to kill? Aren't they afraid of legal consequences? Oh my God, it's terrifying. The group was in shock. A young person among them sarcastically remarked, "Someone in the group had been saying it's the end of the world. You didn't believe it, and now you're running out of time to stock up." Thinking about the scene outside, the people who had just returned with supplies said, "You all better head out quickly, it might be too late." Many people were slow to react but eventually gathered the courage to venture out and scavenge for supplies. Those with able-bodied family members even brought them along. Strength in numbers made them feel invincible against the rioters outside. Little did they know that in the eyes of others, they themselves had also become marauders, crossing ethical lines by ransacking stores. Families that had stockpiled supplies acted calmly. Those with cars quietly loaded the supplies into their vehicles, while those without vehicles stored food in their backpacks, keeping them close and in sight. An air of tension and unease spread through the underground area, with each household becoming wary of others. Under the scolding of parents, children remained silent, staying close to the adults and careful not to make any noise. As time passed, the sounds of destruction from outside grew louder, gradually infiltrating the residential area. Shattered glass and the terrified cries of pedestrians were heard, followed by loud explosions. Some families living in higher floors returned to their apartments only to be met with scenes of fire, with fires burning all over the city, illuminating the previously dark urban landscape once again. Within the underground parking lot, everyone felt anxious and fearful. Some people turned on their cell phone flashlights, hoping the light could dispel the fear in their hearts. Not long after, those who had gone out to scavenge for supplies returned, bloodied and bruised. Some didn't make it back at all, and the sound of crying echoed through the underground space. On this night, no one could find peaceful sleep, except for Zhang Ran. She woke up naturally after a good night's sleep, stretched lazily, and retrieved a cup and a toothbrush from her bag. She headed to the drainage outlet near the nearby parking lot exit to freshen up. The area where Zhang Ran was located had a wall separating it from the exit. Going around this wall, she reached a side exit of the parking lot. The scene she encountered was one of devastation. People were in a dejected state, resting against the wall, dried blood staining their bodies and faces. Seeing this, Zhang Ran furrowed her brows. The situation had escalated faster than she had expected. There were multiple explosions last night, and yet neither the military nor the police had appeared. It seemed that the appearance of mutant creatures was causing the authorities to focus on them, leaving the city's turmoil unchecked. If the attempt to contain the mutant creatures failed, the government would probably organize an evacuation. Zhang Ran needed to prepare a vehicle. Thinking this through, Zhang Ran returned to the underground parking lot, quickly freshened up and ate breakfast, then packed her belongings and prepared to leave. Seeing Zhang Ran packing, Yu Zioan smiled and asked, "Sister Zhang, are you planning to go out to gather supplies? There was a riot last night, and it might be dangerous." Zhang Ran caught the underlying meaning in Yu Zioan's words, realizing she was trying to indirectly ask what she was planning to do. Considering their good interaction the day before, Zhang Ran responded, "I'm going to find a vehicle. This city might fall." Yu Zioan was clever and sensed that Zhang Ran wasn't joking. She quickly asked, "Why?" Zhang Ran explained, "There were several explosions last night, as you should know. However, until now, neither the military nor the police have appeared, and no one has stopped the riots." The couple nodded in agreement. Zhang Ran continued, "Under what circumstances would the military and police be aware of a riot in the city but not intervene, or lack the resources to do so?" Guansong's brows furrowed, and Yu Zioan looked alarmed. "Are you suggesting that there's something more severe than a city riot, something so severe that even the military and police can't contain it?" Zhang Ran nodded. That was all she could say. Revealing any more could potentially expose her secret of being reborn, something she would never do. Both husband and wife were puzzled. It was difficult for them to believe that there could be an issue in this world that the national military couldn't handle. Bang! Suddenly, a violent explosion echoed through the city. This explosion was even more powerful than those from the previous night. Zhang Ran was also surprised. Could such a powerful explosion be caused by a group of mutant creatures? There were various types of mutant creatures, broadly categorized into animals and plants, with animals further divided into individuals and groups. Compared to individuals, groups were more difficult to deal with. Killing one creature was enough for individuals, but a group could consist of thousands or even millions. In her previous life, a city had been overrun by a massive group of mutants, resulting in the death of tens of thousands of people. Zhang Ran's mind raced. Heavens, it couldn't be this unlucky, could it? Was the city rumored to be in ruins the same one she was in right now?